All right, NorCal Carters, we have the Wicked brothers in front of us. We have Connor, we have Kyle, and we're at Pat's Acres for the 2021 Trackmagic Super Rally, and it almost wasn't going to be fitting if I only interviewed Kyle. So I wanted to interview Connor too. And so first, Kyle, congratulations on your Trackmagic ride.
Yeah, excited for it. Excited to see what the rest of the year has in store for us. Working with Gary, working with Jason is a cool opportunity. I'm excited to see what we can make of it.
So when he says Jason, he's talking about Jason and Gary LaPointe, not Jason Berry, because Jason doesn't do anything. Or Jason Berry doesn't do anything. So how was let's start with you, Kyle. How was your Trackmagic Rally experience? Today's Sunday, we're wrapping things up, we're packing.
It was good. We got to get a lot of good testing in. We got to do the rental car enduro, have some fun, hang out, enjoy just being at the racetrack, and still got to have a productive weekend at the racetrack.
And were you able to help your fellow Trackmagic and GFC teammates get up to speed since you're the local guy?
Yeah, Oliver and Cole picked up a lot of time throughout the weekend. So that was good for when Cole comes back here next time. At the end of July, he'll be up to speed a little bit sooner.
Very good. And Connor, all year long, you and I have been joking about how you get the leftovers of everything. And nothing was more fitting than in the donut contest. They should have had an award for the cart with the most donuts on it, because you had 3 different drivers thrashing your equipment in the donut contest.
Yeah, I went out there. I was late in my trailer. My mom's like, hey, your cart's going up to the donut contest. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. It's like, it's going with or without you. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll put on my suit. And I ran out. They put some front tires on the back. And I went out there and I killed it a couple times, but did some good donuts, pretty smoky donuts. And then we got back into the pits, the tires hadn't popped yet. So Gary Carlton jumped in the cart and did some very fast donuts and drifting. Made it very exciting. And then he ended with a popped tire. So Kyle ran up to the tent and grabbed some new front tires to put on the back and went out for another session of drifting.
So it was my engine. I'd like to point out it was not Connor's engine. It was mine.
Got it. So
it wasn't leftover.
So your engine builder, SweetTech's going to appreciate that you guys are doing donuts on the lower ends.
Yeah, it's sitting there at 13,000.
Yeah, exactly.
16,000.
It's the practice engine. It's okay.
Yeah. So in all, I mean, so you guys really thrashed your cart during that donut contest, especially Gary. So the team boss.
Yeah.
I think he was the crowd favorite for the win.
We cleaned it together.
You cleaned it together.
Yeah.
I think he was the crowd favorite for the win.
That's what it sounded like.
That's what it sounded like, but his...
there was a little, it wasn't black and yellow, and, he didn't have a mask on.
Yeah, I think the judges decided to go with his understudy, Cole Shade, on the Trackmagic cart for the donut contest. And I think what it really just came down to was he didn't install it on the donuts. And he had the mask. He had the Trackmagic top hat, so all that was good. So overall, both of you really enjoyed the Trackmagic Super Rally?
Yeah, it was a fun experience.
It was a fun experience? All right. And so Kyle, you just recently won the Challenge Championship in the Pro class. So we tried to have you on a couple of weeks ago when it was a little bit fresher in your mind. But we have you now live, or not live, but on video, so that's probably better than a podcast. So you've been with GFC all year. Both of you have been with GFC all year. Yeah. And at the last race, you were announced as the new Trackmagic factory driver to run alongside with Cole Shade and at select events with Oliver Askew. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Very cool. And I personally, working with you guys, I think the Trackmagic fans are going to come to love your family, because the 3 of you guys work your ass off. And when I say 3, I mean Kyle, Connor, that's in front of you here, and your dad, Craig. you guys are just non-stop at the track. Just work, work, work. You're always trying to find an edge. You're always trying to improve the product beyond of what just comes out of the box. How do you think you guys fit in with, specifically with Gary, Carlton, Team GFC, and also the Trackmagic stuff?
It works really well because, like, Gary has had ideas for a lot of years. Well, not a lot, but he's had ideas for a long time, and he just hasn't had a way to make them reality because they're over there, we're over here. It's just not that easy to be like, oh, I want this little part. Where here we can be like, oh, you just want that to be, okay, you can make that happen. It's not, we can do the manufacturing and stuff for prototyping, where before he didn't have the ability to do that.
So Connor, stretch out your shirt. So the Wicks, they are Wicked Fabrication. And so when Kyle says they're able to do the fabrication that Gary needs, they do it in-house at their shop. And we won't go into the details on it until Gary releases the stuff, but every single race I worked with Connor, you guys had something new on your carts. Every single race. And you guys were constantly just looking for either an advantage or something that made the product better. And it's really neat to see hands-on how much work you guys have put into it. So again, for the Trackmagic fans out there, I think you're really gonna enjoy following this family for sure for the rest of the year and years to come, because it's a really nice fit for the Trackmagic, the program and what they're doing. And again, back to GFC as well. So, Connor, what was your best highlight of this weekend?
Well, it was nice to run around the track with Oliver and Kyle, trying to see how fast I can go. But the donut contest was pretty good. There was a lot of smoke. I've never been able to get it in second and third gear during the donuts, but I got it that time. And
clicking off the gears during the donut contest?
And it just smoke started rolling. That was fun. And then during the rental race, we got out the water guns to spray the people coming down the straightaway.
Yeah, so for those that are familiar with Pat's Acres, there was a 1-hour endurance race with the Trackmagic Rally drivers, crew, pretty much anyone who wanted to enter. And Connor and a couple of other people had their super soakers and those water tubes spraying the drivers as they're coming on the straightaway.
You know what's funny is they gave an award for the heaviest group, like heaviest team of drivers, and I wasn't paying any attention, and they were just arguing about it up front. And I had George and Jason LaPointe on my team, and I wasn't even paying attention. And I was like, oh, 550. That doesn't seem like a very heavy team. And I added all of our weights. I was like, we were 555.
Yep.
And we managed to finish on the lead lap still.
Yeah, no, and that's what I loved about the racing. Even with the endurance stuff, you get a bunch of racers together, and they're still competitive.
Yeah.
I mean, even on the grid, my teammate was Oliver Rowan, and we started last on the grid. We were the last one to pick a cart because we were the last ones to register.
Yeah.
Well, he pushed the cart out to the front of the field. So it's like the racing began right then and there.
Yeah.
It didn't matter in the end. We didn't have a cart that was up to pace, but oh well, it was still a lot of fun for everybody. So Kyle, what was your favorite memory of this weekend?
It was just a lot of good testing as far as that goes, and it was nice to get the track. That we had enough people here that we were able to get the track up to speed where it should be, and we were able to go. I went the fastest lap ever around long track this weekend, which was
a track record?
Yeah.
Really?
Unofficial, obviously, but
yeah, not an official time session, but well, so what was that time?
44.4.
44.4, and it's the long track.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hey, Joey Wimsett, when you watch this, I'm pretty sure you have a 44.3 in you somewhere. And that was with what? A rock package?
Rock with Levantos.
With Levantos on the Trackmagic.
Yes.
Yeah. Very cool. And let's rewind again. Let's go back to your championship.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's go back to your championship. So how was that series for you?
It was.
It was Challenge of the Americas,
Yeah.
the Rock Cup stuff.
Yeah, we started out the year strong. We had the pace to win in Phoenix, and I just oversaved on Saturday. And we miscalculated how bad the tire wear was going to be, and just oversaved and hung out in second, expecting him to fade, and he didn't. And I realized I had too much left at the end of the race. And then for Sunday, I had a problem in the heat race, so I had to come from the rear. Of course, I had the problem with 2 laps to go in the heat race, so at Phoenix, tire degradation is extreme. So I still had to start on same age tires in the very back, and it was damp, and got to run through the field the second in the challenging mixed conditions, which was pretty exciting. And we went to Cal Speed, and I was decently quick, struggled a little bit, got into a little incident battling for second with Remo, and spun off, and I kept it running, and ended up 6th.
That's your that's the junior GFC driver.
Yeah.
Preston Lambert.
We got into it a little bit in the rental cars yesterday.
Did you put him off?
Well, he side potted everyone off, and I was like, dude, no, not gonna happen. And I turned him sideways in the middle of the track.
So when you're in rental carts on a different team, you're not teammates?
Whoa, I mean,
no.
he weighs like 64 pounds.
I know. He actually did a really good job in the donut contest. He was the only guy out there in a CR80.
Never done a donut, and he went out and laid him down pretty good.
Laid him down pretty good in a CR80. So that was neat to see. So for the two of you, what do your plans hold for the next couple races?
Not much until July when we're back here.
Back here for the, so that's going to be California Rock Championship.
Yeah.
So you can find their information at challengekarting.com. So I give them a plug because they sponsor NorCal Karters. Yeah, so, and I know a lot of your drivers were up here this weekend getting ready for that race.
Yeah, right.
And then for the two of you, how is the interaction between the dynamics? So you have the team up here.
I think so.
You have the team up here, you have everyone testing, trying not to waste any valuable time for an advantage for the race coming up.
Yep.
And then you have the Trackmagic Rally guys.
Yeah.
They want to hang out, they want to watch what you guys are doing, they want to chat and talk.
Yeah.
They had the big circus tent. How is that dynamic for the two of you?
It was fine, and we get what they knew what we wanted to do, but we got to do a lot of good testing on Thursday and Friday. I mean, on Saturday, everyone got out their old Trackmagics. Of course, like me and Oliver just had a really good session on really old tires, and we're like, all right, new tires, we're gonna go lay it down. And we go out, and there's 35 old Trackmagics on the track, and we're like, oh boy, this isn't very good. So,
there goes a waste of new tires.
New set of tires. They're running sub 44.4.
Yeah. What else you guys got? What do you got, Connor?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get our UAS carts together, do some testing in them before the UAS Nationals.
That's taking place in Washington this year, correct?
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, UAS it's called Unlimited All-Stars. The rule book is minimal. You can run 2 strokes or 4 strokes. Depending on your CCs, depends on your overall weight in the class. And I think I just summed up the whole rule book.
Yeah, not much.
So both the Wicks, they run their Unlimited All-Star packages. And yeah, that's actually been kind of a fun series to watch, how that stuff develops. So, and the other reason I wanted to have you guys on the podcast, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been saying it for a few months, you guys are just racers. Like, I mean, you're here in karting. How old are you, Kyle?
21.
And how old are you, Connor?
18.
18 and 21. So out of the two brothers, Kyle has the most experience, not because of his age, but for a while, Connor was always the little brother of the track that everyone hung out with. And Kyle was the racer. And then a couple years ago, you decided you want to get back in the seat?
Yeah, so I started racing kid karts when I was 4, and in 2013 I kind of took a break, did a couple races a year, like 2014, 15, 16, and then I got in a shifter kart when I started racing a little more. I do some practice weekends, but I had my truck. I have a 65 Chevy truck that I'm working on, so I had to split the time and money between the two. But last year I was gonna do quite a few SCUSA races, but due to COVID, those all got canceled. So when this year came, the Challenge of America's opportunity opened up. So I went with that and had a great mechanic that got down changing left side spindles in 30 minutes.
For those that don't know, I was the mechanic. And yeah, Connor was pretty good at tagging the barriers.
My poor cart.
Your poor cart. Yeah, and that's where the kind of the joke of the Connor gets all the leftovers really started, where they kind of include me in. It's like, nope, Connor gets Kyle's leftovers. And I showed up on Friday here at Pat's Acres, and there's a big tent for GFC that they were pitted under. Well, I'll call them the factory guys. They were all on the right side of the tent, depending on which way you're looking. And the north side of the tent. And there was one cart out in the dirt on the south side of the tent. It was poor Connor. And it's like, man, he really does get the leftovers. He didn't have carpet. He just had a work table, and he's just over there wrenching on his own cart, off in his own world. So you guys have some UAS coming up. You're getting ready for the challenge, California Rock Challenge event coming up in July. And what else? How do you guys want to wrap this thing up? Woo, that was a good one.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Was that a barrier or a trailer?
That was a barrier.
That was a barrier.
Dude, one of the Renaults hit the fence so hard yesterday, it opened the gate.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That was
Yeah, he went in pretty far.
Yeah. I mean, Idelson almost went off when they started squirt gunning the track.
Yeah.
It was pretty entertaining. It was keeping me close.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So how do you guys want to wrap this up? I mean, I appreciate your time. Give a shout out to the Trackmagic team. Again, this is your new driver, Kyle Wick, and he'll be running alongside Cole Shade and Oliver Askew, and his brother, Connor Wick, still representing the GFC colors. So how do you guys want to wrap this up?
I don't know, that's all I got.
That's all you got? Connor?
Yeah.
When are you going to beat your brother?
I don't know. It's a hard thing to be one of the best, but one day.
One day.
Just got to keep on working at it.
Yeah, Kyle's sitting there, you're not beating me. If he beats you, you're going to retire.
Smoke the rear tires off.
There you go. Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. Have a safe trip home.
You too.
And you can find this video on NorCal Carters or YouTube. Cool. Sweet. Thanks, guys.
Oh my God.